bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
Bloody enough for you, outsider? Then turn around and go back where you came. City doesn't need you, doesn't want you. Blood and silver are what flows through Markarth. That's the way it is. That's the way it'll stay. It's right there in the name of the most powerful family in Markarth, the Silverbloods. They have a whole mine filled with prisoners that dig up silver ore, get smelted by workers they pay, and they own half the city. I work for them. The inn is named after them. When the guards make an arrest, they check with them first. No, I live in a nice house in solitude, where the air isn't filled with smoke from the silver smelters, and golden-haired girls shine my shield. Been here ever since I left the Bard's College. Turns out a few muscles earn more gold than a damn loot. The Silverbloods pay me, let me crack a few skulls, and keep the guards off my back. That's all I need. Jarl is who you want to talk to. Always coin to be made killing off some Forsworn in the hills. As long as you don't mind going axe to axe with a bunch of Daedra-worshipping savages who practice the dark arts. Yeah.
I'm sorry to drag you into Markarth's problems, but after that attack in the market, I'm running out of time. You're an outsider. You're dangerous looking. You'll do. You want answers? Well, so do I. So does everyone in the city. A man goes crazy in the market. Everyone knows he's a Forsworn agent. Guards do nothing. Nothing but clean up the mess. This has been going on for years, and all I've been able to find is murder and blood. I need help. Please, you find out why that woman was attacked, who's behind Waylon and the Forsworn, and I'll pay you for any information you bring me. She's not from Markarth. The air about her screamed outsider. Visitors to the city usually stay at the Silverblood Inn. He was one of the smelter workers. I used to have a job down there myself, casting silver ingots. I never knew much about Waylon, except he lives in the Warrens, like all the other workers. They're remnants of the old rulers of Markarth, natives of the Reach, followers of the old ways. The Nords drove them out of the city, Ulfric Stormcloak and his men. That was about 20 years ago. But somehow they're still here, and they're killing people. Yes, it all started when I was a boy. My father owned one of the mines, rare for anyone who isn't a Nord. He was killed. Guards said it was just a madman, but everyone knew the murderer was a member of the Forsworn. I've been trying to find out why ever since. Gotten nowhere so far, and then I got married. Have a child of my own on the way. I swore I was going to just give up for my child's sake, but it's like my father's ghost is haunting me, asking me why. Keep your eyes and ears open.
I'm gonna be a silversmith one day, like my mother and father. Being an apprentice is great. I get to swing a hammer at things.
Look at you. beg it on the streets. Learn a trade.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
There's no shipments coming in, so I do nothing. Just drink. You a fighting gal? How about a little bet? Oh yeah, pretty little thing. Been sitting by the fire all day. Arnleaf and Sons Trading Company. I'm a porter. Just some muscle hired to move heavy packages. But we don't get any shipments in. Forsworn attack every caravan, so all I do is sit here and drink.
Klepper.
I'm drunk, and it's been a while since I had a good fight. 100 septims says I can take you, barehanded.
You were just standing there when you were supposed to be serving drinks to
That's
our
the
customers.
spirit. Let's go.
Shouldn't you be helping me then? 12 septims on the big one.
Help! Never should have come here.
Someone, do something!
I'll try and make this quick.
You're just going to stand there and take it? Fight back!
Damn you!
Somebody! Who told you to fight? Keep those hands up!
Wait, I can still fight. No, I can't.
Fight!
Fair fight. Here you are. My favorite drinking buddy. Let's get some mead. I think I'm going to get another drink.
I'm sorry. I'm still a bit dizzy from everything.
How are your chores coming, my son?
Today, I've cleaned the linens, washed the floors, and
Just
checked
visiting.
all our guests.
I had some business here. That's all.
My son. You'll be a fine innkeeper someday, like your father.
But Mother says you're...
Was it that obvious? Damn.
Never mind your mother.
I must be losing my touch.
Listen to me and you'll be a
I'm
great
one of
man.
General Tullius's agents. I was sent to investigate the Treasury House and the Silverblood family. They own Sidna Mine, one of the toughest jails in Skyrim. I was hoping I could buy or steal the deed, but I
Another
don't think
drink,
that's how
Cossack.
things work here.
A porter with Arnleaf and
Mark
Sons
my
deserves
words.
nothing but the finest
Thonar
beer.
Silverblood was behind that attack in
All
the
your
market.
drinks are watered down,
Somehow.
Clever. You aren't fooling me, and you know Lisbeth can't afford to pay me enough for the finest drinks
Rather
anyhow.
not talk.
I wasn't
I have to
aware
head
that
back to
Lisbeth was
Cyrodiil
having
soon.
trouble, Kosnak. Is Arn... If and Son's not doing a good turn of business these days?
What, are you blind? That store is empty.
You. I've seen you snooping around, asking questions. Back off. You don't want to know what happens to troublemakers here. Funny. This is your last warning, outsider. We keep the peace here. Stay out of our business.
Want a cut of venison or mutton? Of course you do.
You don't want to be here. No one wants to.
been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson. Someone who doesn't like you asking questions. Come on, let's see what you're made of. You're just gonna stand there and take it. Fight back. Who taught you? You mangy piece of pit bait. I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders.
I could melt metal in half the time as you weak-willed pinkskins. Do I have to do everything?
No, Mulish. I'll work harder.
You're not one of my workers. What are you doing here? Oh yes, Waylon. Bastard could have at least gone crazy after we made our silver quota.
First war, and now dragons. Everywhere
Whatever
we
you
go,
want to know,
it's breaking
I don't
into
care.
the
I run a
Ain't
smelter,
nothing
that's
for
it.
They're still in charge.
Fine. I did notice something odd the last time we handed out the pay. Little extra slip of paper for Waylon. Took it right to his room after he got it. You want Garvey. He handles the keys for the Warrens. About the only thing that disease-riddled native is good for. What? No. Thonar Silverblood owns it. He owns everything in Markarth. But he hands all the paperwork over to Nepos the Nose to finish. That old man's back is heavy with burden. Every other day, seems one of the laborers runs off to the hills saying he'll join the Forsworn. You don't like the Nords? Fine. But pledging your whole life to killing them, that's just dumb. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. What's your business here? If you must know, I'm the maid, and the master of the house is old and needs his rest. So if you don't have any business, leave.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send her in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want? Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years, sending the young to their deaths, all in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired. My king, Madanach, when the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question. My dear girl, What makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a Forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last. He is the King in Rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick. Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the Elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others. I'm sorry.
Never should have come here.
Done and done.
The Silverblood family will be hurt. Stay out of trouble in my city.
I'm married to Thonar Silverblood. Keep that in mind while you're speaking to me. My dear Vagrant, we're the only family worth knowing in Markarth. We own everything in this city, even the jail. And guess who owns the Silverblood Inn? Not that we named it that. The people just insisted. He's the real head of this family. He may not be the eldest, but all the work that keeps us respected is handled by my Thonar. Yes, I was bored talking to you anyway.
What are you doing here? I told them no visitors. What did you expect? That no one was going to notice you butting into business that wasn't yours? The guards know who holds the purse strings in this city, and I don't like snoops. Markarth is my city. You have no right looking into my business. Now get out.
For the Forsworn!
I'm a... What? By the gods, Betrid!
Time to end this little game.
You can't win this!
I've outdone worse than this.
I can still put up a fight.
No sign of him. My kinswoman died. Things won't be the same without her. Stay out of trouble in my city.
The Treasury House is really just for patrons of the Silverblood family. You don't belong here. I'm afraid he's asked not to be disturbed. He has important business. No, he isn't. Go. Go right ahead then. Don't let me keep you. It's an old family. Very well respected throughout the Reach. The Silverbloods run nearly all the lands in this hold, as well as the local inn. And of course they owned Sidna Mine, the finest prison and source of silver in Skyrim. For one, the landowners of the Reach. It goes without saying that they rely heavily on us for our silver and support. All the miners, farmers, and laborers in the Reach get their daily wages through us. Nepos the Nose handles that part of our business. He has a way with the workers. I have records I need to tend to.
The Silverblood family will be heard.
My wife. They killed her. Damn Madanach. Damn his forsworn backside. No, you're not. You want to know what the Forsworn really are? They're my puppets. I have their king rotting in Sidna Mine. He was supposed to keep them under control. When their uprising was crushed, I had Madanach brought to me. He was a wild animal, but a useful one. I offered him a stay from execution if he used his influence to deal with any annoyances that came up. Competitors, agents, idiots. So I've let him run his little Forsworn rebellion from inside Sidna Mine. Now he's out of control. Madanach, the king in rags. While we were off fighting the elves in the Great War, Madanach was busy ruling over the Reach. Until Ulfric came and put them down. My prison, the source of half the silver in Skyrim, the most secure prison in Tamriel. No one escapes. I thought keeping Madanach down there would keep him under control. You already got what you wanted, you damn hound. This is your fault. You and Madanach are animals, and I'll see you both rot to death in Sidna Mine for this. Now get out of my house!
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I have a letter here for you. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
There's no shipments coming in, so I do
Yes?
nothing. Just drink.
I'll be here.
All the wood furniture in this...
We warned you, but you just had to go and cause trouble. Now you have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Madanach, until you and Elter started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the King in Rags when you're in Sidna Mine. You'll never see the sun again. You hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine. No one.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it? Good. All right. Open her up. Now you, get down there.
What are you in for, new blood? Innocent. So was I, for the first one. The other murders were all me, though. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma. If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Madanak, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkul the Beast. And you don't want to talk to Borkul the Beast. Small blade, easy to hide. I mean, sure, you could just swing a pickaxe into someone's face, but people tend to see that coming. Got a problem with a prisoner? Get a shiv. Here Grisvar has a spare, if you could get him to part with it. Madanark's guard. Big, even for an orc. Heard he ripped a man's arm off and beat him to death with it. He's old-fashioned like that. They come in here once a week to clean out the bodies, grab any ore we've mined, and beat down the troublemakers. That's the only time when we get food, too. And if there's not enough ore mined up, we don't get any. A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran, joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here. Because life was better under the old ways. No Nords and their laws. One day the Forsworn will paint the walls of Markarth in their blood.
The new meat. So soft, tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh? Liar. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging. Guards brought me in about 12 years ago. Was running a good group of bandits up until then. But these Forsworn, they're nothing like the men I cobbled together. They're real killers. You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine. But first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving. The only thing Madanak expects is a bottle of skooma in tribute ever so often. You're not getting through. Those eyes. All right, killer, go on through, but don't try anything. Madanak knows more than you think. All right, then. You serve your time by digging, so dig.
Well, well, look at you. The Nords have turned you into an animal. A wild beast, caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the Forsworn? Revenge for trying to have you killed? Your freedom? Yes, but even if you were to escape Sidna Mine, your name would still be stained with all that blood. You're one of us now, you see? A slave. The boot of the Nord stepping on your throat. Maybe if you understood that, I could help you. There's a man named Breg inside these mines. Besides me, he's been here the longest. Tell him I sent you. Ask him why he's here. I want you to know how widespread the injustice of Markarth is. This was our land. We were here first. Then the Nords came and put chains on us, forbid us from worshipping our gods. Some of us refused to bow. We knew the old ways would lead us back to having a kingdom of our own. That is who we are. The Forsworn. Criminals in our own lands, and we will cut a bloody hole into the Reach until we are free. I had Markarth. My men and I drove the Nords out. We had won. So we thought. Retribution was swift. I was captured, quickly tried, and sentenced to death. But my execution never came. Dhonar's Silverblood stopped it. He wanted the Forsworn at his call, that I would point their rage at his enemies and spare his allies. And I have. Humiliating at first, but I knew he would let his guard down eventually, that he would come to trust I was under control. Our struggle is our people's struggle.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn. Ah, you want protection? I can get you what you need. Maybe you could do something for me first. Duak has a bottle of skooma, finest distilled moon sugar. I'm shaking just thinking about it. Thank you, friend. Don't worry. I'll have that shiv ready for you. The first time, thieving. The second time, thieving. The third time, thieving. It kind of keeps going like that. Until next time.
I'm innocent. The Nords framed me. I was nowhere near that murder weapon. Guards say I murdered someone. I was just sleeping off some meat in my aunt's house. That didn't stop them from arresting me. I didn't even know who they said I killed. Mm-hmm.
Don't reach for a shiv around me or we'll both regret it. My story, huh? Everyone in Sidna Mine has a tale. Let's hear yours first. When was the first time you felt chains around your wrists? So you know what it's like to have your life in someone else's hands. Why should they get to decide? Isn't judgment for the gods? Do you have any family? Anyone waiting for you on the outside? I had a daughter once. She'd be 23 this year. Married to some hot-headed silver worker, or maybe on her own, learning the herb trade. The Nords didn't care who was and who wasn't involved in the Forsworn uprising. I had spoken to Madanak once. That was enough. But my little Aethra didn't want to see her papa leave her. She pleaded to the Jarl to take her instead. And after they made me watch as her head rolled off the block, they threw me in here anyway to dig up their silver. My daughter is the one who needs your pity. I'm just a poor Forsworn whose only regret is not killing more Nords before I was locked up. I'm not Modenak. I was never a leader of the Forsworn. The only anger I can justify is my own. But every family in the Reach has a story like mine. There are no innocent onlookers in this struggle, just the guilty and the dead. Till next time.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn.
My daughter died. Things won't be the same without her. Until next time.
Other prisoners get suspicious when we talk to each other, so keep it down. You give me one more look, and I cut you open. That skoomer's mine. Getting the shakes, huh? All right, take it. Old gods keep you. I'm a Forsworn. One of our raids went bad and I got captured. Would have been fine dying for the Reach with my kinsmen, but the Silver Bloods want their ore mine, so they threw me in here. Mm-hmm.
I got locked up one too many times. Now I'm in for life. Here's your shiv. Promise you won't ever use it on me, okay? All right.
You serve your time by digging, so dig.
Do you remember the sun? Because you'll forget. Soon. Yeah, imagine hearing a story like that over and over. Each time a different family, each time a different injustice. Your meddling above ground reminded me of how removed I've been from the struggle. My men and I should be in the hills, fighting. Yes, but I need a show of loyalty from you. I don't need a shiv in the back while we break out. Have you met Grisvar the Unlucky? He's rightly named, and he's also a thief and a snitch. He's outlived his minor usefulness. Take care of him, and then we can leave Cidhna Mine for good. Our struggle is our people's struggle.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers.
What's going on, Madanuk? You wouldn't have old Grisvar killed unless you weren't planning on needing him.
My brothers, we have been here long enough. It's time to leave Sidna Mine and continue our fight against the Nords. Through this gate, just beside my quarters, is a tunnel. A tunnel that leads right through the old dwarven ruins of Markarth, into the city. Well, what do you say, my brothers?
The Reach belongs to the Forsworn!
I say you've earned an early pardon. Let's go. It's a little gift from the dwarves. Who knew they would end up helping our cause? We have to move. We'll talk more once we see the sky.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
You're back! Have you done what I asked? You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers.
What's going on, Madanak? You wouldn't have old Grisvar killed unless you weren't planning on needing him.
My brothers, we have been here long enough. It's time to leave Sidna Mine and continue our fight against the Nords. Through this gate, just beside my quarters, is a tunnel. A tunnel that leads right through the old dwarven ruins of Markarth, into the city. Well, what do you say, my brothers?
The Reach belongs to the Forsworn!
I say you've earned an early pardon. Let's go. Into the tunnel. Let's go.
Is someone there?
You're no match.
Oh well, must have run off.
Ha! Found you! Over here!
brought what you asked for.
Good work. Get ready while I have a word with our favorite outsider. I had Kai recover all the things the Nords stole from you. You better get ready before we break out into the city. And take this. It's blessed with the old magics. Something to remember me by. Now, I announce to all of Markarth that I have returned. Don't worry about your name. They'll know who to blame and fear after today. It'll take years, but I'll organize the Forsworn again. We'll reclaim our land, and then when power is ours, we'll have peace. A kingdom. Until then, let me offer you a warning. Beware the Forsworn. No place in the Reach is safe from us now.
Madanak, think you can escape my prison, do you? You'll pay for what you've done to my family.
Your family? You poisoned the Reach with your tainted silver for long enough, Thonar! Here we go!
Kill you where you stand. I'll bathe in your blood! You ready to die today? You can't beat me! I'll make you pay! You're pathetic. Where you stand.
You're dead! Dead! You won't even live to regret this!
I'll see you in pieces!
Challenge me?
And you thought I was just a pretty face.
Do you need something? Let's make some more stories.
Help! Somebody, help! Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
You won't leave here alive! You can't win! Show me what you got! You can't beat me! You ready to die?
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
This land feels twisted. I'm surprised my father didn't want to live out here.
Oh wow, look at that!
Seems there's no end to the needs of the... Take a look. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Hmm? Take a look? Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
I keep coming out here thinking I'll see what others see in this frivolity.
You're a hard woman to please, Una.
I'm pleased when the palace is clean. I'm pleased when the beds are made on time. I'm pleased when Erdi isn't around. Most of those don't happen very often. Good afternoon.
What do you need, my friend?
Madanak was behind those murders. Gods help us.
Who's there? Who's there? I don't know, I suppose. Where'd you... Where'd you go? Where'd
Now
you
ain't
come from?
this a surprise?
That'll teach you. Where'd you come from? Back here.
If there's a chance this'll save me, then I'm taking it. I'll lead the way, but you'd better back me up. Let's get this over with. Must have run off. Don't make a mess of this. Weeks? Longer. Feels like an age has gone by. I haven't slept in so long. Oh, of course. Because Malakath would take pity on us if only a useless outsider would lend us a hand.
By the blood.
Is someone there? Well, must have run off.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time in caves already.
All right. I'll go kill this giant. Unless, of course... All right. I'll go kill this giant. Unless, of course, you'd like to make some extra gold. I'm tired. I haven't slept well in weeks. You kill the giant. Bring me the hammer. We go back to Lagershbur. I tell everyone I did it. You keep your mouth shut, and I pay you. Handsomely. Good. I'll be waiting right here.
Stay on your guard. Where'd you come from?
Oh well, must have run a... Excellent work. You have a true fighting spirit. Did that better than I could have. Of course, I can't let you leave here alive. Wouldn't want anyone finding out.
Where'd you come from?
Yamars was a fool, always trying to scheme his way out of responsibility. But you took care of him and the giants. 2 problems solved at once. Now, take Shagrel's hammer back to Largishburg, and we'll see about whipping the rest of them into shape.
Curses aren't enough. Now must I suffer you too? What is it?
Where'd you come from?
Oh!
Excellent work. You have a true fighting spirit. Did that better than I could have. Of course, I can't let you leave here alive. Wouldn't want anyone finding out.
Where'd you come from?
Mars was a fool, always trying to scheme his way out of responsibility. But you took care of him and the giants. 2 problems solved at once. Now, take Shagrel's hammer back to Larnishburg, and we'll see about whipping the rest of them into shape.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.